bought this razor about 4 years ago. When I first got it, it was pretty good. And for about the first year it wasn't bad. Then I noticed it was getting a little bit less and less effective, and now it's at the point where I spend about 5 minutes trying to get this off. Anyway, for a long time I thought, why can't I sharpen these myself? I thought, take some very fine grit sandpaper, put it down on something like a mirror that has plate glass that's nice and smooth and flat, and just see if maybe I can't carefully, grind the thing smooth. Now this morning I went on YouTube to find out if anybody else was doing this, and sure enough there was a guy who actually used a mirror, and he used some sort of grinding compound. And when he talked about using that, I remembered yesterday when I was turning my acrylic pen blank down trying to polish it, I had concluded that this had some sort of grit in it. Well, alright, here we go. I've got the grinding compound. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, now that I think about it, my Tormac tool came with some grinding compound too. Anyway, maybe I'll try that if this doesn't seem to want to work. So what I'm going to do is, this is 1500 grit sandpaper. I'm going to first turn these so that they're, the cutters are against the sandpaper. And I'm going to very, very lightly press down and just run it and go back and forth a little bit. Then I'll use the grinding compound and just see if maybe it'll speed up the shaving process here. Here we go. Now, because I don't want to ruin this whole sheet of sandpaper, I'm just going to do it on the corner here. Let's see if I can get these to fit in there now. Okay, I think I've got it. That should work. See what happens now if I turn it on. Well, that didn't work. Okay, maybe if I do it by hand. Now I don't actually see any metal coming off into the sandpaper there, but there must be. Now my hope here is that I'm going to be able to see the polished surface of the cutters. Now for you camera buffs, I've got my macro lens on. I'm pretty much as close as I can get. I'm shooting at 1000 ISO at f32. Now this is the grinding compound that actually came with my Tormac sharpening system. And I know that this is designed for metal, whereas I'm not sure about this. This is actually for plastic. However, the grit should be the same, but maybe not. So I'm going to go with the Tormacs. Shouldn't take very much. Now I'm going to dilute it down just a little bit here. I'm assuming that oil will mix with this. Here we go, number one. Oh yeah, I can hear it. Now the reason I'm lifting it up like this is so that I get fresh grinding compound underneath. Otherwise maybe I'm just sort of pushing it around, if you know what I mean. I do notice that it's darkening the paste. So obviously metal did come off. Okay, let's see if we scratch the glass. Be very surprised if we didn't. Yeah, you can see where I burnished the glass there a little. But that's okay. I don't use this mirror for looking in anyway. Well, what I'm going to do now is clean these up, put the razor all back together. Tomorrow morning I'll give it a try, and I'll let you know if it was better or not. Thanks for watching.